Good evening. This is Kajukenbo After Dark with Senior Grandmaster Jimenez. Today's show is going to be about the summer of 2025. Before we get into the martial arts part, I want to throw out there that I hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend and a safe one. I don't know if you guys read the news of the last few weeks in Lake Tahoe. 8 people died out of 10 when the boat collapsed when that freak storm came. If you're planning to come to Lake Tahoe on the lake, sometimes it's beautiful in the mornings, like glass. They can change like that, and you can have white caps. This kind of a freak storm came in, and there's like 8-foot waves, and you wind up capsizing the boat, and most of the people, except for one and one younger kid, they were all in their 60s and 70s. He took his mom and dad out in the boat and all the relatives to celebrate her 71st birthday, I think. And the boat capsized. And the only ones that survived was one lady and one younger kid, her kid. And the reason why is because they had life jackets on. The other ones didn't. Now again, this is a freak wave, a freak storm just came in, just like hailed and stuff like that. And that happens up here a lot of times. So you really got to be careful when you come up here. Even in any kind of lake, you got to be careful. But the main thing is when you get on that boat, I don't care what good of a swimmer you are, you need to put a life jacket on. Because the water up here is a little different than the lakes down in the Bay Area and stuff that is nice and warm, or the Delta. Up here the water is freezing cold. Especially when you're out a little further. And usually they say you last about 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the water and you die of hypothermia. Luckily the 2 survived, but again, just proceed with caution when you come up here. I've been up here for so many years that I've seen so many people every year die because they drown because the water's too cold. Or they're just doing silly things. It's sad that anybody died, but if they all had life jackets on, maybe a lot would have more survived. But so you kind of just keep that in mind. When you come on any kind of vacation, especially on a tourist weekend, you really got to be careful. Anyway, that's my thought for that part. Now the martial art part. So far this summer, the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation has been honored. Sifu Barak from Argentina. From Algeria. Put on a beautiful event up there. In fact, he had a video of myself speaking. I saw a video of Senior Grandmaster Willis talking, and Professor Asaraf from Kuwait talking. And then it was played all through the whole event with subtitles in I guess their language so people can understand what we're saying, except for Kuwait. He spoke the language. And it was a great success. I'm very proud of Sifu Barak. He's doing a great job in Argentina representing Kajukenbo, and I couldn't be more proud of him. Professor Diaz in Argentina through a beautiful event and went through the tournaments and pretty much cleaned up, representing the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. Himself and all the students did a great job. Morocco, same thing. He has small tournaments and stuff like he puts on, representing myself and the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. Same thing, great events. So again, I'm proud of all these guys. And there's many more that, I don't want to keep going on the list, but I just want to put a shout out there that I'm very proud of all these guys representing us. So far we got a few more events coming up. We're going to have the summit in from July to August, but I'm going to make it for next year because of what's going on with the war and stuff and the flights. A lot of our guys from back east can't get visas, or they're having a very hard time getting them. And, sometimes it's not safe to go. So for their safety, I just called it off until next year, when hopefully things will settle down and there'll be less fighting and less war and stuff like that. But you guys keep up the training. Our guys from Spain, he's doing a great job. He's teaching, learning all the pinions, all the forms. That's what I want to see, is stuff like that. I want to throw a shout out to Janea Lopez. She's gonna take over her father's legacy in the Lopez method. And that's a great thing and a great honor for her to do this. As for right now, her father can't, teach and stuff like that, So instead of letting it die, we talked, and I figured it'd be a great idea that she would take over the Lopez method. So right now she's getting all her forms down and training hard to represent her father in the Lopez method. So I'm just kind of, like I said, glad to see that come about. Instead of letting something die and just go away, at least it'll move on. And in the other videos, we took over the Kajukenbo Nation. Myself and Grandmaster Willis, we took it over for the people that unfortunately had nothing to do with what went on, and they had nowhere to go. So now they got a place to go and a home to go with myself or Grandmaster Willis. If they go to the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation or Willis Kajukenbo, it doesn't make a difference, because we're still family. And so we put our heads together, and we figured it would be a great idea to do this. Soon I got some good shows coming up. We're gonna talk to Malaya DeCoscos. I'm trying to set that up, and because I want to make it a special interview, just not a short interview or like all the other ones, which is okay, but I want to make it a little bit longer because of the legacy and the legend that she is. So I just want to put this out there. I hope that everybody's doing well. Looking forward to seeing all you guys and all my people from the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are doing a great job, and I'm proud of all of you guys. And again, this is Kajukenbo After Dark. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez. If you have any questions, you can email me at www.kaa@AOL, or you can call me at 530-545-9018. I always put my number out there 24/7. If you need to talk or vent or just ask questions, I'm here for you guys. Again, this is Kajukenbo After Dark. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez. Thank you for this short time.